It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix on a Friday afternoon heading into a holiday weekend. Now, we have been telling you, kind of teasing you for weeks, that we are going back to Circa Las Vegas to do the Blitz in August. We were there for opening day of Major League Baseball and the Sweet 16 round, and we can now tell you why we are going out to Las Vegas in August. Let's talk about it with Mike Palm, the VP of Operations at Circa Resort and Casino, joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Mike, how's your Friday?
Good, it's great. Busy holiday weekend ahead. This kind of signifies the start of summer in Las Vegas, Memorial Day weekend, although Stadium Swim is a 365-day-a-year adventure. Most of the pools open this weekend. So we're excited and glad to be on with you guys as well.
Well, I tell you what, Stadium Swim in the summertime is got to be, just the best place to be. It was a lot of fun when we were out there, and I can only imagine what it looks like in the summertime.
Yeah, well, we keep the water cooler because it gets a little bit warmer. But yeah, it's an awesome venue. It's awesome watch parties for NHL playoffs, for NBA playoffs. So June 1st, we're going to have a huge crowd for the Champions League final, and of course, it's summer and it's DJs and day drinking and all that stuff, and clean water, and it's a terrific venue.
No better place than Circa Las Vegas. And in late August, we're going out there again to do our shows, the Blitz on a Thursday and a Friday, because you guys have a big kind of sign-up weekend for two major contests that you guys run during football season, officially getting announced, which is the reason we're going there. Tell us about the two different contests, Mike.
Yeah, so it's our sixth year for our Circa Millions football contest, which is your traditional pick 5 games against the point spread every week NFL contest. And our fifth year for our Circa Survivor, which is you got to pick one team to win each week and advance, and you can only use the team once. We're upping the guarantee on the Survivor. Last year, Millions was 6 million, Survivor was 8. We fell a little short on the Millions, 5.25, and so Derek had to kick in $750,000 to get to that 6 million. We went past the 8 million guarantee in Survivor. We had 9,200 plus entries. So we're upping the guarantee in Survivor to 10 million. So 16 million guarantee between the two contests. $1,000 entry. You can buy up to 5 entries in the Millions and up to 10 entries in Survivor. You must come to Nevada to register. And of course, we have proxies that operate their businesses here very professionally, that you can hire and put in your picks through them each and every week so that we don't violate the Wire Act.
Love that.
That is awesome. And I love that. So we can do that here in Texas and everything's okay as long as we register there in Las Vegas. Now, Mike, I got to ask you, because that Survivor, it sounds easy, right? It really does. You pick one guy, I can handle this thing. Has anybody ever gone the entire season undefeated, so to speak?
So every year, there have been folks that have gone undefeated. Now, remember the first year, we had Thanksgiving, those 3 games as its own special week, but the NFL hadn't expanded the schedules. So you had to go 18-0. And that year, 35 people did it.
Wow.
But then we added Thanksgiving and Christmas, plus they went to the extra week. So then you had to go to 20-0. And every year, the last 4 years, or the last 3 years, we've had 5 winners, 2 winners, and then last year 4 winners. 4 folks split the 9.2 million last year.
Wow. That is crazy. Now, when I think about these two contests, and we're going out, we're going to do our shows Thursday and Friday, and then I guess on Saturday, you guys are doing a big day, getting a lot of people signed up. Although, if somebody is out there ahead of time, like if they're in July, can they get signed up, or is it that weekend or in that month? What's the time frame here for those traveling out to Vegas from San Antonio?
So we actually started today at 9 a.m. Pacific time taking entries. I think we had about 20 some so far this morning. So all the way from today, all the way up until Saturday, September 7th, which is that opening weekend of the NFL, we'll take it. We'll take your registrations. that we just do that special weekend to kind of draw folks out. It crescendos up the closer you get to the deadline. Obviously, it picks up, and we do a lot of stuff there. We have all the radio folks out, our partners, and have a dinner for past winners. Have some social events. We do a pool day on Friday, and then I do my panel discussion on Saturday afternoon of that weekend.
Well, I don't know, Mike. I mean, those 4 people that split the $9 million, they ought to be buying dinner, don't you think?
Yeah, we buy them dinner, try to get some of it back. Although it wasn't our money, right? It's like horse racing. It's you again. You're competing against the public and all the other players. But when you get to that point, it is life-changing money from folks. The Survivor is just so interesting. All the different characters that as the season goes on that we discover, and there's always the villains and the sympathetic people, and it's such a compelling contest because, right, you think it's easy, and when you lose, you bet a favorite. Somebody that was a significant favorite was a home team, and so it's a bad beat. Maybe you had a bunch of turnovers, the quarterback got hurt, you missed the field goal, right? And so people say, I can't wait to get in next year, and that's why I think it continues to grow so much.
Mike Palm, the Vice President of Operations at Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. 2 major contests coming up in August. The Blitz will be live at Circa Las Vegas, broadcasting live on Thursday and Friday, August 22nd and 23rd, and then we're staying for the weekend. We're going to invite a bunch of listeners to come out with this, and we've already had people like, when are you going? What are the dates? We haven't told them why yet. At some point, I think we'll have a room discount. We don't have that yet, but if you just want to book your rooms, do it now. Make sure you're out there because it's going to be a great weekend. Because you mentioned, obviously getting signed up for the contest, but there's a lot of stuff going on. You talk about a panel discussion. Talk about some of the other things, Mike, that are going on that people are going to be interested in besides, I don't know, playing some blackjack and slot machines and going out to the pool and eating dinner at Barry's.
Yeah, well, that weekend we have sort of a meet and greet with all of us and all the VSiN personalities that Thursday night at Bar Canada at the D. Anybody that does 3 or more entries in the contest, and that could be a combination of Millions or Survival or just one of them, you're invited to the pool day on Friday. All food and beverage included. I think it's 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Friday. And then if you bought 5 or more entries, we're going to put your name in a raffle, and we're going to pick 5 names and have a little blackjack single table shootout tournament on Friday night in our high limit lounge where we're going to give away, I think, about $10,000 in Super Bowl future bets. And then Saturdays, I take a lot of pride in this, is that we have a 4-person panel and the audience participates and can write questions and send them to me. But I usually try to have one former player, one former executive, at least one former person that's won or finished in the top 5 in the tournament, and then a guy that's a professional bettor. Try to make up this panel and get everybody's perspective, looking at where there's some advantages in playing the contest, what teams would be better than you think, what teams have spots in their schedules you should focus in on. And then we open it up to audience questions that are fun as well. So that's usually from 3 to 5 Pacific on that Saturday afternoon of the sign-up weekend.
And Mike, what I learned being out there for opening day of Major League Baseball, you're a funny guy. I mean, you're going to entertain everybody, right? I mean, you crack a few jokes and have some fun.
Well, if you can't bust Greg Maddox's balls, who can you bust? I mean,
exactly.
I'm very envious of you guys right now. I mean, San Antonio must be all abuzz with the Brahmas qualifying for the XFL playoffs or UFL or whatever it's called now. And Wade Phillips, I mean, the town must be a fever pitch.
Yeah, a big yellow out game coming up tomorrow. We have Wade on every Wednesday. We call it Wednesdays with Wade. And, we talk Brahma football, but story time with Wade Phillips is a lot of fun. That's
Always.
For sure.
Yeah, well, they're exciting. And I think they did the right thing putting those 2 leagues together, and you're going to get a shot against St. Louis, and maybe a good shot to be in the championship game. So congrats, and as I know attendance is growing in the league, and it gives people love football, whether it's spring football or fall football.
Absolutely. Although, I think the big excitement in San Antonio is with Wemby and what the Spurs are going to be doing out there in Vegas. What's the talk about what you think? Because I don't know how Vegas always seems to know, but Vegas knows. So what is Pop going to do this offseason for San Antonio and the Spurs?
Well, I don't know. I'm sure he's trying to get gun control on as many states ballots as he can. That might be his focus. I'm just waiting. When's Becky Hammond taking over? Let her go, for God's sakes. I mean, she's earned her stripes. let her come down there. I know people were upset that he didn't win Defensive Player of the Year. I thought he had a pretty good argument. I get it; he's a rookie and was on a team that was way below 500, but he's pretty special. And then you watch the Timberwolves in the playoffs, and they look better when Gobert's off the floor, and people say, "How did Wemby not win it?"
That's absolutely true. That's absolutely. I can't wait to get out there, Mike, because I might have to have a futures bet on the Spurs. You never know, because I bet the odds are going to be pretty good, and might have to throw a little something down on that.
Oh yeah, I think obviously they can build around Wemby, and maybe they'll be a little bit like the Bears, kind of turn it around with a top player. And now everybody's in love with the Bears coming into the football season, and Caleb Williams and the draft, and you get those teams that become public teams with the steam, and maybe that'll happen with the Spurs next year.
Absolutely. Mike Palm, Vice President of Operations at Circa Resort and Casino. The two contests, the Circa Million and the Survivor, get going this season. You can sign up if you're going to Vegas anytime between now and football season. You can get signed up. The big weekend, Saturday, August 24th, we'll be out there that Thursday and Friday doing the Blitz. And what I love about this, because we're in Texas, a state that's behind the times when it comes to legal sports gambling, as long as you sign up at Circa in Las Vegas, you're able to play throughout the season. And you guys have figured out a legal way to make sure that we can do that, which I love. So I imagine a lot of us will be out there to get signed up.
Yes, we will.
At some point this summer, but hopefully when we're out there that weekend in August. It's going to be a lot of fun, Mike. Appreciate you joining us on a busy holiday weekend.
Yeah, we'll see you in a few months. Enjoy the Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to all your listeners.
Thanks,
Appreciate it. Mike Palm, Vice President of Operations, Circa Resort and Casino, the D, and Golden Gate in Las Vegas. He joins us, as all our guests do, on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com.